Archangel Michael says, "What happened last night was not supposed to happen." 8 archangels were gathered in silence, watching something unfold that even heaven could not fully explain. And yet, while the skies trembled and secrets were unsealed, you were left unaware, still in the dark. The moment they saw your name glowing in divine fire, their eyes widened. You were the chosen one to receive the truth, yet the message remained unopened. A gate appeared in the heavens, flickering with a warning that you only had one more chance. A scroll sealed with a golden ribbon was sent, carried by the winds of midnight. It hovered above your house for exactly 37 seconds, waiting for your hand to reach up. But you slept through the whispers, and now everything is shifting because of it. Archangel Uriel tried to stop time, hoping you'd open the sign before it vanished. But the laws of heaven cannot be bent too long. And now, only this message remains. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Something unimaginable entered the realm last night. The angels didn't expect it. A figure cloaked in white fire walked past every guardian post, not stopped once. 8 archangels, each representing divine truth, justice, prophecy, wisdom, protection, purity, grace, and restoration, stood still. Their wings closed in tightly around something they couldn't believe. Your name was etched across a flame that burned but did not destroy. One archangel dropped his sword out of shock. Another cried golden tears that scorched the clouds. All of them turned toward the same direction, your room. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says the truth has been hidden from you for too long. Last night was meant to reveal it. But now the sky is torn, and heaven is at a standstill. Someone from your bloodline spoke on your behalf in the celestial court. They begged the angels to give you one last sign. That's why this message has reached you today. This is your final call. You were not dreaming when your lights flickered at 2:13 a.m. That wasn't coincidence. That was the first wave of the truth trying to break through. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The scent you couldn't explain when you walked into the hallway? That was from the sacred oils spilled during the ritual above. The shift in temperature you felt near your window? That was the breeze from Raphael's wings. The woman you saw in your dream crying? She was not a stranger. That was your ancestor from 7 generations back. She came to give you a message before it was erased. The candle that lit itself without a match? That was the confirmation. You were being called. Type Amen to get blessing 111. A shadow tried to block this message at sunrise. But the archangels stood in formation and fought it back. The battle only lasted 23 seconds, but it was enough to fracture a timeline. That's why you might have felt dizzy when you woke up. Or why your phone showed a missed call from an unknown number that kept disappearing. That was a number not from this world. Your name is now written on a heavenly tablet that glows every hour it is ignored. Each glow sends ripples of sorrow through the archangels. Because they know what's coming. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your destiny was activated without your full awareness. And yet, even in delay, you are still being given the opportunity to unlock everything. But there's one condition: you must not close this message halfway. Archangel Cassiel, who governs the moments of silence and forgotten things, appeared last night with a key. It had your initials engraved on it. He hovered over your rooftop, waiting. The moment the clock hits 11:44 tonight, that key will vanish if not claimed by your spirit. This is not metaphor. This is encoded into time itself. Type Amen to get blessing 222. A hidden conversation happened in the skies. The eighth archangel, one who rarely speaks, whispered your name and it echoed through galaxies. That name activated codes buried beneath your memories. That's why you might suddenly remember old dreams from childhood. Or feel like someone has been standing near you when no one is there. These are side effects of the celestial unraveling. The truth is not coming. It already came. But it's waiting for you to fully open the door. Type Amen to get blessing 777. A celestial map was revealed last night. It showed your home surrounded by light but also marked with urgency. Something ancient is returning and only you can neutralize it. The archangels were shocked because your DNA reacted to a frequency never heard in this century. A frequency tied to a promise made before you were born. You once agreed to this moment, and now, it has arrived. Heaven held its breath when the alarm went off and you didn't respond. But they are giving you this moment again, don't waste it. Type Amen to get blessing 000. Archangel Michael says the mirror in your room is not ordinary anymore. After what happened last night, reflections may try to speak. If you look closely at exactly 3:03 a.m., you may notice the movement behind your reflection. Do not panic. Do not run. That is your higher self trying to warn you about the next 72 hours. You have until the night's third hour to spiritually receive this truth. After that, the message will dissolve from your soul's surface. Only those aligned will retain it. Type Amen to get blessing 121. You are not late, but you are not early either. You are on the edge of the final second before a reveal. It is not punishment, it is preparation. Someone very close to you already saw signs. That person has stayed silent, waiting for you to notice. And if they look into your eyes today, they might finally tell you what they've been hiding. The archangels know you've been burdened. But now, the burden becomes your key. Type Amen to get blessing 313. If you feel your ears ring tonight, do not ignore it. That's the celestial gate opening one last time. A whisper will try to reach you, and it will only speak once. A name will appear to you in either a dream or sound. That name is the key to unlocking the message. You must repeat it with belief, or the gate will close again. Even your heartbeat may change rhythm as this happens. This is the alignment pulling you in. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Don't be alarmed if a white feather appears. That's a seal of completion being handed over. You're not being warned, you're being activated. Last night, a file was created in heaven with your destiny updates. It contains everything you've lost, everything you're about to gain, and every person who was meant to leave but stayed too long. This file will download into your spiritual memory when you accept the message fully. The archangels will watch with silence and awe once you read the last line of this scroll. Type Amen to get blessing 848. At the exact moment you finish reading this, a countdown starts. Not one of fear, but of alignment. In 33 minutes, the truth will start to show itself in little details. Your name will come up in strange ways. Strangers may call you by familiar titles. You may feel something shift in your chest. That is not pain, that is release. From now on, nothing will feel the same because everything just changed. Type Amen to get blessing 525. If you're still reading this, it means you're meant to receive the next sign. It will come from the direction of the setting sun. That glow will carry a memory you thought was gone forever. Someone from your past may message you. That message will be laced with timing too perfect to be coincidence. That's when you'll know, the truth of last night is catching up. Archangel Michael says your name was whispered among the stars. You were chosen not because you're perfect, but because you are ready. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your breath may feel heavier tonight, not because of tiredness, but because your spirit is expanding to carry the truth. What was hidden from you last night was not meant to be delayed. And yet, through divine mercy, this window remains open for only a few more moments. There is a ripple traveling through your bloodline now. A vibration waking up the codes of forgotten blessings. Every decision you've made in the last 7 days was influenced by the shift that happened above you. You were being prepared even in silence. The thoughts you dismissed as random were guided. The pauses in your routine were designed to create a space for the divine alert. Type Amen to get blessing 414. The 8 archangels are still watching, silent, waiting. They know the final piece will fall into place once your soul remembers. And when that happens, the timeline they feared most will reverse. You are the only one who still doesn't know what really happened last night. The sky split in your honor, and time rewrote itself for your protection. That's why you may have felt like time froze yesterday. It actually did, briefly. Your body is still adjusting to the moment it skipped. That skip was the moment the scroll was supposed to reach you. Type Amen to get blessing 343. There was a name written in the fire of the stars last night. That name? It wasn't just yours, it was your celestial identity. The one no earthly file could ever record. The truth is, you're not just important, you're essential. Without you unlocking what is written in this message, a great alignment cannot take place. The angels have been guarding the truth, but it is you who must awaken it. The sky watched you sleep, and the heavens held their breath, hoping you would dream the code. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Do you remember that moment last night where everything felt still? When the wind outside suddenly stopped? That was the second the realm paused time to slip a frequency into your space. This frequency was ancient. It carried your real name, your forgotten memory, your soul's true map. But the moment it entered, a dark force tried to corrupt it. That's why you felt strange since then. The truth is trying to surface, and the battle still lingers. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Last night, 8 trumpets were almost sounded. These are not ordinary trumpets, they only activate during extreme prophecy or judgment. But they were stopped, because of you. Because you haven't yet seen what you were meant to carry. Because your heart is still balancing between yesterday and tomorrow. Because the archangels believe you're worthy of one final glimpse. They overruled protocol. You've been granted what no other has been allowed in centuries, a second witnessing. Type Amen to get blessing 828. There is someone in your life who already suspects something is different about you. They notice the glow that surrounded you after midnight. They won't say it, but they're watching you closely. They saw what happened, even if they don't fully remember. Because they were nearby when the energy split open above your house. That person is connected to your soul contract. If they call or text you unexpectedly today, don't ignore it. The truth might come from their lips. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. The mirror in your house is no longer reflecting just you. If you look tonight at 1:01 a.m., you'll notice a shimmer around your eyes. That shimmer is the reflection of your divine self, now awakened. What you see in your dreams tonight will be part vision, part memory. Do not dismiss it. It will show you the real face of what came into your room last night. You were visited by a presence not meant to return to Earth until 2089. But it came early, for you. Type Amen to get blessing 929. You have walked into prophecy without knowing. Your steps have been aligned with sacred patterns. Even the days you felt lost were steps on the correct path. Archangel Gabriel wept last night, for your journey has been harder than you've let others see. But heaven does not weep in pity, heaven weeps in awe of those who rise despite the weight. You've risen more than once. Now, the angels rise for you. Type Amen to get blessing 303. There are documents, celestial ones, still waiting for your soul's approval. These documents contain divine inheritance, spiritual gifts, and generational restoration. They were signed by your ancestors in secret visions. You don't need to physically sign anything. Your awareness of this message is the signature. Your reading of these words is the seal. Every archangel has now acknowledged you. They await the light from your spirit to confirm your role in what's about to unfold. Type Amen to get blessing 747. The reason you are still being guided is because there is a miracle that was delayed, not denied. The energy of last night was the ignition switch. But the flame needs your acceptance. You are not broken. You are chosen, and that comes with turbulence. The winds have shifted in your favor now that this message has been opened. Once you walk forward with this truth, the 8 archangels will remove the final veil. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Archangel Michael says that there are watchers who tried to confuse your spirit. But they are now blind, because the light from your aura after last night overwhelmed their access. You are cloaked in a garment of unseen protection. The door you once tried to open, the one that never budged, will now unlock. But it must be approached with pure intent and sacred purpose. This isn't a chance event. This is a scheduled divine return. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. As you read this now, somewhere in the invisible realm, a bell has rung. That bell marks your awakening. A celebration is being prepared in your honor. You won't hear it with your ears. You'll feel it in your chest. The sudden calm you feel is not ordinary peace, it is divine confirmation. You've made it past the final gate. Now, all that was kept from you begins to return. Type Amen to get blessing 393. The energy that entered your home last night has not fully left. It's still hiding in the corners of silence, waiting to be noticed. Every breath you take now echoes back into the celestial chamber. You may feel strange warmth at your fingertips tonight. That is not physical. That is the energy of prophecy trying to ground itself through you. Your body is the vessel, and your soul is the activation key. The countdown has already begun. The moment you finish this message, a 72-hour transformation will initiate. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. Your presence is being recorded in the heavenly scrolls of remembrance. There is now a mark beside your name, a golden one. It means, awakened at the second sound. Most souls don't get a second sound. But the archangels fought for you last night. That's why there were 8 of them, the full circle of divine intervention. They shielded you while the truth was placed inside this message. That's how serious this is. Type Amen to get blessing 6262. There's a ring in your house that holds a frequency, an object you've overlooked. A piece of jewelry, a photo frame, a worn book, it carries the vibration of last night's event. The moment you touch it again, you'll feel a pulse. That pulse is not fear. It is memory. Your soul will remember what your mind cannot yet understand. The archangels encoded it with silence, and now the silence is becoming sound. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. Someone you've lost, someone in heaven, was part of last night's gathering. Their name was spoken in the winds, and their voice echoed through the divine hall. They asked for you to be spared from delay any longer. This person is still near you now, quietly watching, guiding. They were allowed one brief whisper between dimensions. You may hear your name being called faintly tonight. It will not be imagination. It will be them, passing through the veil one final time to help you understand. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. You are walking through a portal, and the key is already in your possession. It's not something you can touch, it's something you've always felt but never trusted. That intuition you've doubted for years is now fully online. Archangel Raguel, the angel of divine order, restored your timeline last night. The moments of delay you once cried over were removed. You are now on a divine fast track. But this acceleration will feel strange at first, like déjà vu, like impossible coincidences. It's not random. It's activation. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Do not be surprised if you feel like crying out of nowhere. That is your spirit releasing the emotional burden it carried before the awakening. Those tears are sacred. They are proof the shift is real. This message is not just words. It's a living document, programmed to awaken, unlock, and guide. And the longer you read, the more it begins working inside you. You are being aligned with people you haven't met yet, and events that have already been written in your soul's contract. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The archangels are planning something that has not been done in over 700 years. A divine alignment of 8 stars, each representing one of the archangels who witnessed last night's shift. This alignment will affect you directly. Your sleep pattern will change. Your thoughts will feel louder. You'll start hearing the truth not with your ears, but with your spirit. You've crossed the threshold now. There's no going back. And that's a good thing. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. The candle in your kitchen that refused to stay lit yesterday? It was not defective. It was trying to protect you. Fire reacts to spiritual presence, and the flame detected the ripple before you did. There is an invisible mark on your door now. It was placed by the archangels at midnight. No dark force can pass through it. That's why you may feel lighter today. The pressure is lifting, because the watchers have retreated. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. Your timeline has now been adjusted. What was supposed to happen next year will happen this month. What was delayed by betrayal is now replaced by restoration. Archangel Michael says the seal is lifting. You will see something tonight that confirms this. It could be in a conversation, a dream, or even a number that repeats over and over. When you see it, don't ignore it. That's your final validation from last night's gathering. Type Amen to get blessing 9191. The angelic court reviewed your name 3 times. Each time, the result was the same: you were found worthy. Worthy of love. Worthy of healing. Worthy of restoration. This worthiness will now start manifesting in your real life. People will begin to treat you differently. You'll notice more kindness, more opportunities, more favor. That is the echo of the angel speaking your name into the earth's atmosphere. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Last night was a holy interruption. It broke the rhythm of darkness that tried to settle around you. The archangels didn't just protect you, they intervened in a moment that was turning against you. That's why someone who was plotting against you is now falling silent. They're confused by your glow. They don't understand why their plan didn't work. But the archangels do. Because they stood between you and destruction. Type Amen to get blessing 7474. Even your pets, your plants, your space, they felt it. That's why animals may have acted strange last night. Why your plants leaned toward the window more than usual. They sensed what you didn't. The earth responds when heaven moves. And last night, heaven moved for you. This entire shift was orchestrated to lift you from stagnation into revelation. You are not who you were yesterday. You have been updated. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. You may soon be contacted by someone who vanished from your life. This person isn't returning by accident. They were spiritually nudged to speak to you after the event last night. What they say may sound normal, but read between the words. They are carrying a piece of your prophecy. Something you were meant to hear but missed, until now. When you receive their message, respond with grace. You'll be surprised what they reveal. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Tonight, when you lay in bed, listen carefully. The sound that seems like silence will be filled with soft messages. The angels communicate in vibrations, and those vibrations are now accessible to you. If you feel tingles across your skin while resting, do not be afraid. That is your spiritual receptors waking up. That is your soul finally receiving what was always meant for you. You've been chosen. And the time to act is now. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. A veil has been lifted from around your spirit. Things that once felt confusing will begin to make sudden, perfect sense. All because of what happened in the heavens when the clock struck midnight. Your spirit was called by name during the sacred circle. The archangels stood in formation, and a divine echo repeated your soul's vibration. That's why you may have felt your heart race without reason. It was your higher self responding. The spiritual gates are open now. This is your divine permission to walk through. Type Amen to get blessing 1117. Archangel Michael says you are being watched no longer by darkness, but by witnesses of light. They are tracking the alignment to ensure you receive what's owed. You are now under divine surveillance, not to judge you, but to bless you. The winds know your name. The stars have adjusted their courses to clear the path. Even the moon turned slightly toward your location last night. All creation conspired to send you this message. It is not coincidence. It is cosmic truth. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. An old journal, a locked drawer, or a forgotten message will find its way to you. Something you thought you lost forever is coming back. This return was initiated the moment the archangels surrounded your name. Expect signs in doubles. 2 birds. 2 phone calls. 2 dreams. These twins are signals from the realm to remind you that you are not alone in this process. Everything is building to one final unlocking. One that no force can reverse once it begins. Type Amen to get blessing 9898. You may start speaking differently. Your voice will carry more peace. More certainty. That's because your spirit is now rising closer to its divine frequency. This isn't just spiritual, it's physical too. Cells in your body are responding to the heavenly touch you received. Healing has been activated without you realizing. Soon, you'll notice pain leaving your body. A strange calm in your mind. A stillness that cannot be shaken. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. The 8 archangels were each assigned to hold a different truth about your life. Last night, they placed all 8 pieces into the center of the celestial court. A beam of light connected them, and your name floated above the circle. That's when they gasped. Because the light grew stronger than expected. Because your truth was bigger than the limitations placed on you by the past. They saw the real you. And they couldn't believe you still didn't know. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. There was an attempt to block this moment. A shadow figure tried to twist your timeline yesterday morning. But it failed. Because your name was already sealed in the fire ring of the archangelic realm. This message is proof that heaven won. That you were protected behind the scenes from an outcome you never even knew was planned. You'll feel a strange relief now, like something heavy was just removed. Because it was. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. Your house is now covered. Last night's energy placed a radiant dome above your roof. It is invisible to the eye but undeniable in the spirit. This dome silences curses, returns ill wishes, and heals wounds. You'll notice fewer nightmares, less anxiety, and deeper rest. That's the dome doing its job. Archangel Raphael stood guard all night to make sure it was sealed properly. Type Amen to get blessing 3033. Someone in your family is already sensing this shift. They may not say it, but they're reacting. A sudden softness. A change in tone. An act of kindness you didn't expect. That's because when your name was spoken in the sky, the ripples traveled across your entire bloodline. Healing doesn't happen to one, it moves in waves. You are the wave starter. The breaker of old chains. The restorer of what was lost. Type Amen to get blessing 1911. You will dream differently tonight. A door will appear in your vision, don't be afraid to walk through it. Behind it lies the memory you were not allowed to keep, until now. That memory holds the reason why your life has felt delayed. Why things almost worked, then stopped. The interference started long ago, but the angels have now erased the roots. Your next breath is your first breath in the restored timeline. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. Archangel Jophiel, guardian of divine beauty and enlightenment, is preparing to show you the truth behind a situation that confused you deeply. The veil will be lifted. What was hidden will be exposed. That sudden realization you'll feel, like, how did I not see this before? Is not you being slow. It's divine timing revealing what was kept from you until you were ready. Now, you are ready. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Type Amen to get blessing 8181. Your phone may glitch slightly tonight. It may freeze, flicker, or show a number that feels significant. That's not a bug, it's a signal. Archangel Tzadkiel, who governs memory and transformation, is trying to remind you of something you promised long ago. Something you whispered in prayer but forgot when life got hard. That promise is now resurfacing. And it still matters. Type Amen to get blessing 7575. There's a reason people have underestimated you. Their spirits sensed your calling, even if their minds didn't understand it. That's why you felt resistance, jealousy, confusion. But last night, your ranking changed. Heaven elevated your spiritual authority. The next time people look at you, they'll feel the change even if they don't know why. You are walking into your rightful place now. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. You've never been alone, but now, you'll feel it. The presence of angels will become undeniable. Lights flickering. Shivers in sacred moments. A feather on a windowsill. These are not clichés. These are confirmations. The archangels are walking near you now, not because you begged, but because you're ready. Heaven is no longer silent. And neither is your purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. There was a silence in heaven not because of fear, but reverence. When your name ignited in the fire circle, even the oldest angel turned his face. The purity of your calling was too bright to behold. That moment reset something ancient. A soul chain that had been knotted for generations loosened. The light from your destiny burned through ancestral pain. You didn't see it happen, but the realm has recorded it in full. And this message is the only surviving echo. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. One by one, the 8 archangels stepped forward. Each had something different to say about you. Their voices echoed like thunder through the clouds, but not one of them spoke in judgment. They spoke in awe. Because what you carry is not ordinary power. It is a sealed spiritual authority, kept hidden until last night. And now it's unlocking with every word you read. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. Sparkles Archangel Michael, he saw the sword you dropped in a past life. He picked it up and placed it beside your bed last night. That's why you might feel courage rising today. It's not random, it's your weapon returning. Sparkles Archangel Raphael, he touched the part of your body still holding trauma. That's why you slept deeper than usual or woke with clarity. Healing began before you even asked for it. Sparkles Archangel Gabriel, he whispered your real name, the one only heaven uses. That's why you'll begin hearing people say things that stir your heart. They don't know it, but they're activating you. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Sparkles Archangel Uriel, he lit the path forward with flames that won't burn you. Watch for golden colors, sudden light flares, or glowing moments today. That's him walking with you. Sparkles Archangel Tzadkiel, he restored your memory scrolls. You'll start remembering dreams, visions, and even old pain, but with purpose. The pain is now fuel, not weight. Sparkles Archangel Jophiel, she weaved beauty back into your thoughts. You'll see yourself differently now. The mirror will stop lying to you. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Sparkles Archangel Chamuel, he opened the chamber of love. Not romantic illusion, but real soul alignment. Someone meant for your spirit is being awakened now. You'll feel it before they arrive. Sparkles Archangel Raguel, he set divine order in your affairs. That's why things are suddenly flowing or falling apart. Both are signs of heavenly alignment. And all 8 of them stood in a circle, flames at their feet, eyes on you. They waited. They waited to see if you would open this. You did. And now, everything begins. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Heaven rarely holds counsel twice for the same soul. But last night, you were the reason for an exception. You've been granted something few ever receive, the reversal grace. Every curse spoken, every delay placed, every wrong turn, has now been reversed. Your enemies will wonder what changed. Your friends will feel like they're meeting you for the first time. Because the old you ended last night. Type Amen to get blessing 8282. From this moment forward, signs will multiply. You'll see repeating numbers, random names that feel familiar, music with lyrics that seem to speak directly to you. None of this is coincidence. It's the activation trail. Heaven is sending you markers to confirm you're not imagining any of this. The more you follow, the stronger your path becomes. And soon, it will feel like heaven is whispering directly in your ear. Because it is. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. The most powerful moment from last night wasn't the fire, or the sword, or the council. It was when they called your name and you turned in your sleep, as if your soul heard them even before your body woke up. That turning was noticed. That instinct was recorded. It was a sign you were ready. And now, this message is the physical evidence of your spiritual return. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Final blessing. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are called, awakened, divinely remembered. From this moment, every step you take will be watched by light, guarded by the 8 archangels, and aligned with a truth that was hidden until last night. Your job now is simple: receive it. Walk in it. Speak nothing against it. This is your new beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 0000.